At the age of 45, Andrew Fortune is a proud father and grandfather with a hugely successful racing career behind him, which is pretty much enough reason for him to retire early and enjoy a relaxed life. Andrew had not ridden a race for 7 months and his weight has ballooned to a whopping 76 kilos.
It wasn't intentional, you know. I had a little injury and I said I was going to take 2 weeks off, and the 2 weeks became a month and the month became 7 months.
Yet he has now decided that his life needs a new awe-inspiring chapter and he wants to make a comeback. Once again, Andrew Fortune is set to challenge the norm and is determined to prove just what can be achieved if you put your mind to it.
I'm going to keep my head down, do what I need to do. I've surrendered to the fact that I've got no idea what I'm doing. You know, I'm going to have to listen to the professionals. So I'm going to keep my head down. Hopefully in 3 months' time when I lift my head, the fog is gone and my weight is okay, you know. So I'm just going to have to trust the process.
In order to make his dream a reality, Andrew has turned to the people who have guided him and helped him to achieve his goals numerous times before, the KeNako Academy in George.
You probably can't do it in a better place. I mean, KeNako is probably like one of the best places. You feel so at home. It's like a home away from home, you know.
From their 5-star facilities, world-class gymnasium and in-house professionals, KeNako Academy is a one-stop shop for a better future, whether one is a serious sportsman or an executive looking to enjoy an improved life.
You know, you try everything to lose weight, you know. For me, everything is here. It's, you know, somebody cooks for you. It's to put you in such a nice routine. You know, everything in life is routine. You know, you got to stick to your routine. And I was completely out of my routine. So it's nice to start at KeNako. I mean, I don't think you get a place like this in the world for me. And I love it here, you know.
Their foundation for success is grounded on a scientific approach to sport performance with tailor-made solutions. Nothing in this process happens by accident.
If they say I must jump, I'll jump. If they say go this way, I'll do that. So I'm going to trust the professionals, you know. I'm an amateur at this.
The first step in helping Andrew lose weight was to determine his metabolic rate, which will determine his balance between energy consumption and level of exercise. For this, Andrew was introduced to qualified dietitian Mandy Nell.
Andrew, today we're going to measure your metabolic rate. Metabolic rate is a measure of your oxygen consumption. Your oxygen consumption is the difference between the air that you breathe in and the air that you breathe out.
One thing holds true in weight management, and that is energy balance. Simply put, if you burn more energy than your body absorbs, you will lose weight. Doing the metabolic test turned out to be a little bit difficult for Andrew as he struggled to breathe into the apparatus.
I'm not one of those people that take anything on. I don't care who does. I'm battling to do it.
Alright, let's start again.
After taking a short break, getting in a couple of good laughs and practicing breathing techniques, Andrew was ready to give it another go. When food is absorbed into your body, it must either be burnt as energy or stored as fat. Knowing Andrew's metabolic rate helps to know how to balance what he eats with what he burns. From these readings, Mandy was able to structure a tailor-made diet for Andrew, which she discussed with KeNako's in-house chef, Rob Douglas.
Rob, I've tested Andrew's metabolic rate. Like we said, it's normal, but slightly below normal. Based on that, I've worked out a diet plan. And the most important thing is that he eats breakfast, a healthy breakfast, because that will keep him going for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And keep his blood sugar levels constant.
So, Mandy, which cooking methods would you recommend in Andrew's diet?
I recommend that you grill, bake, roast, steam and boil, rather than using methods that use a lot of fats in cooking. If you do use oil, I would recommend olive oil.
Knowing Andrew's metabolic rate was the first step. Next, KeNako's biokineticist Jan Fourie had to assess Andrew's physical condition, and it was time for Andrew to get onto the scale, something that he wasn't looking forward to.
I hate the skull. You know, it's like I've been bad friends with the skull and probably maybe I need to change that, you know. I hate jumping on the scale. I mean, it's...
Jan measured Andrew's fat percentage as well as his fitness level.
I knew it was going to be bad. I always had it. I mean, I used to wear 28 and I battled to get into a 32, you know. So I knew I put on a lot of weight. Did I think it would be worse? Nah, I thought I'll be about 75, 76.
Well, the assessment was very interesting because from all the times that Andrew has been here, this is the most out of shape that he's ever been.
That's over-exaggerating, yeah.
But he knows it, but it was interesting to also see it on paper, to see how his weight, he weighed in at 76 kilograms, body fat percentage of 28%.
Oh God, you have to ask me about this. Embarrassing. 28%. I don't think bears, when they go into hibernation, get this fat, you know.
So we really have a big challenge on our hands here, but it also makes it exciting because I know a guy like him with his character, he's up for any challenge, and I think all the odds are against him. The figures on paper, it just shows that this is going to be a really tough one, but because he's here for a long time and he's totally committed, I believe we can do it.
Knowing all the facts, Jan was able to structure an effective goal-orientated exercise program that is sure to test Andrew's determination and endurance.
Well, we've now worked on keeping or getting the balance right between how many calories he's getting in on the eating plan that's worked out for him and how many calories we expend or use up during the day. But we've structured 2 exercise sessions for him during the day, one very early morning, and then I see him in the gym later in the day, midday, where we do a combination of circuits and then some fat burn after that, or even some boxing.
It's been challenging because my heart rate keeps going up quite high, you know, early in my training sessions. We're only in the 5th day and my heart rate is starting to settle down with the training, you know. So I'm hopeful and optimistic.
Andrew was out of the starting gates at full speed. So much so that Jan had to pull in the reins to help Andrew pace himself. In horse balance, Andrew was pulling too hard.
The biggest challenge, I would say, is to control him, to control his enthusiasm, and to help him realize this is a long-term thing, a long-term process, and that he needs to get used to doing just enough and to pace himself.
The challenge is set. Andrew has 3 months to come down to a desirable weight in order to return to race riding. One thing is certain, he has his work cut out for him. Throughout his life, Andrew has shown that the impossible can be achieved if you want it bad enough.
That is probably one of the reasons I'm here, you know. A lot of people say to me, you will never get back riding. And it's not just for me, it's all the people that's overweight out there that you don't have to be overweight, you know. I've been thin, I've been fat, and you need help. A place like KeNako is brilliant. That's why I'm here.
At KeNako, he has a team of professionals by his side to assist him. There can also be little doubt about his fans across the world rooting for him. He has the support of a loving family, and he has the dedication that comes from a deep determination to triumph over adversity.
This is what I need to do, you know, to get back racing, and I'll do it. You know, it's just a challenge, that's all it is, you know. It depends how much strength I give it, you know. Is it a big deal? I think I'll do it. I mean, I'm trusting the process, I think it will work out.
Make sure you tune in next week as we follow Andrew's progress and keep you up to date on his road to success.